you're free to speak. Just give a context on what errors you are seeing and how we can help you get past that blocker. Oh,
Hello, are you able to hear me, Naomi?
yes, yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, that took me a bit of time to figure out how I unmute. So, it's the integrated project, the second one, where we're supposed to extract some Python code and create into files, and then import. Just a minute as I retrieve the name of that method we're supposed to retrieve. So, in creating that method, it's the apply underscore corrections. It's something about it's the second integrated project. Um, Sorry, I don't have my laptop. I can only give context of what was happening. So I was to extract code from the first integrated project and import it as a module in the second project. And now, while importing it as a module in the second project, I kept running into errors since the second project was unable to reference the functions in the module. And I'm yet to find like why did that happen? Yet they're all in the same folder. And I'm able to import the module that passes correctly. But now reading the functions in the module is a challenge.
Okay. I think I'll direct that question to Shegun. I'm not sure if you got the full context, or would you like Caroline to share again the error that she encounters?
I do have an idea of what she's saying, but it will be easier if I'm seeing what is happening, probably if she send her screen, because I can't provide a solution for a problem that I can't clearly see. So probably if you're sharing her screen and showing me what is happening, the error I'm seeing. So there are a lot of assumptions I'm having in my right now. So I think if there's a way we could get her to share her screen, maybe now or later or somehow. Caroline, if you can send me a DM on eHub, we can take it from there, because I can't really say exactly what's happening except I see the error, see your screen, and see what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I could do that since I'm not in a position to share my screen at the moment. I didn't get your name though, so I'm able to give you a DM.
My name is Shegun Lawal, Segun space Lawal. Shegun Lawal. You easily find me.
Sorry, you're a bit too fast. I was trying to like note it
Oh,
down.
okay. Do you have access to the chat?
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm dropping my name there.
Oh, great. Thank you for your assistance.
Yeah, you could see my name. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing, Shegun, and thank you, Caroline, for being clear about your um issue with your code challenge. Now that I think about it, about 70% of the learners here have completed all their assessments. So those 30% that are still struggling, this is your chance to ask your questions. This is your chance. Don't be silent. Don't keep it to yourself. We, the program team, we are here to help, and we, the program team, we are here to help. So it's very important that you share. If you have your notebooks with you, if you are currently with your devices to be able to share and have technical mentors unblock you live, please go ahead. And if you have peers that are going through the same situation, you've tried to help out but you're still unable to help, call them, let them come on this call. We are unblocking live. We are unblocking and resolving issues live on this call. I'll still give this segment a few more minutes because I know that someone, a black horse, will show up. Oh, most of you guys are recovering. That's very interesting, Julius. I know someone said that Python has been traumatizing. I want to sympathize, but you have to do hard things. And the hard thing right now is that I cannot find my background. I hope you guys will take my face as it is. So, um, as it seems, you guys are in a good place. I'm actually glad, kind of, that you guys don't have so many issues. You guys have killed the python, like Umbasha said. You guys have killed that python because you're not coming to us with your problems, which is very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. John, you've done a great job with this cohort. It seems like everyone is very, very active. Like there's a lot of peer-to-peer learning or peer-to-peer interactions going on because they are not even coming to our technical mentors to solve their problems. You guys are doing great. So I want to wait a bit. I want to wait a bit, but let's see. Okay, let me take you from another angle, right? Um So now you've completed your pending assessments. You know that, or you believe that you have met the graduation requirements. You are sure that you have passed 7 out of the 9 assessments, right? So I would like for one person to just raise their hand on mute. Tell me how Python traumatized you. While we wait for someone that has a valid question, like that's currently struggling to catch up to just maybe bring their question. Maybe some of you are still thinking of the question you want to give to your technical mentor, right? So we'll give you more time to do that. But one person, I have seen you guys are wonderful. Julius, you are very vocal. Love it. Please go ahead. Just share how has it been?
Hello, Naomi. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Julius.
Yes. Super stoked to hear from you. The Python tribe was a mixed bag of experiences for me. To begin with, prior to Python or just prior to ALX, I didn't have any tech background. So starting everything from the scratch was quite overwhelming. But I learned by and by to pick up my ground and also just being surrounded by super cool friends and whatnot. We were able to help each other and I picked up. But Python was really interesting for me because I had several moments when I didn't understand what was going on. And then of those moments, I would pick up on some encounters and, get my confidence back. Like, okay, I think I understand. Then in the next clip of a second, I get to be confused again. But I think the most profound thing that I picked up was from what Shaden said is that from now on, that's where you can focus on learning, unlearning some of the things that you picked up, and then building up from there with consistency and practicing and everything else. I think I should be good to go. But as it is right now, yeah, it's quite interesting. I'm glad that I was able to challenge myself with this track and moving forward. The confusion, I believe it will still be there. But far more than that, I think the level of agility and grit that I've developed beyond ALX, transcending into my work and other aspects of life, I think it's been remarkable. So that's what I can say. Thank you.
Wow. That's awesome. From not knowing about Python to building that agility, that skill. That's Julius. You're doing great. I'm sure you are one of the learners who have completed all your assessments, right?
Yes, I have. Probably something interesting you might wish to know. I think with the work that I do, I am in business development. So that the Python track sort of challenged me also to look into the tech aspect of my work. So at the moment, I'm in the conception stage of developing an application which I've communicated to a digital team at my workplace, and they're eager to pick it up. So I guess it wasn't so traumatizing of an experience, if I may say so, but still, I had some hard days. Thank
That's
you.
actually really awesome. See, the chat is going wild for you, Julius. Those people is like, wow, awesome. Why is like you're a genius? Because you committed to the journey, you committed to learning, and now you are seeing how it is translating into your real work, letting you see the technical aspect of the work you're doing, and that's really great. That's really really great. Thank you so much for sharing, Julius. I see someone else is saying something. Don't worry, Isaac, we will get to that point in the section. So for now, in the absence of any questions, because I don't know, it's like you guys are in a good place, right? You guys have completed your assessment. Those of you that have completed your assessment, I charge you today to reach out to at least two peers within your squad that are struggling. I charge you to reach out to them and try to push them to that finish line. You are there, so take someone there with you. Don't go alone. No solo movement in data science, okay? No solo movement in data engineering, no solo movement in this Python track, guys. So on this note, right, we are going to move on to a special segment. I'm not sure if you guys saw it in our communications, but I'm going to just reiterate. So we're aside unblocking you, aside hearing from you, right? We want to give you a snippet, right? We want to give you a view into what's next after this Python. Like you're done with Python, or some of you are almost done with Python. You're still learning. Okay, you're not totally done. Let me put it that way. You've learned the Python basics. You are familiar with Python now, and you will keep on growing in Python, right? But now we want to show you what you can use this Python to do, where you can go from here. And that is why I would like to introduce, we're going to have two very awesome, you guys are already probably familiar with them, but we're going to have two very awesome speakers here today to just give you that snippet that you need into your next step, into your next track. So, first off, we're going to be starting with the ML preview. So the machine learning preview. So those of you that are like, oh, I enrolled into data science. When are we starting data science? Now that I'm done with Python, when do I begin data science? Well, data science is basically machine learning. Let me not even say too much. Let me not say the wrong thing. I'll leave it to the experts to say it. And our experts day on this machine learning preview is your one and only Shegun Lawal, right? So Shegun, as you can see, Shegun is a very funny person. He says he never jokes with breakfast, but he's a workaholic. I mean, you can see it in the way he presents himself during your PPL sessions and everything. Shegun is very brilliant, and he's gonna be the one here today to take you through that ML preview, letting you know what to expect, how to position yourself for what is coming. And please, I don't want to say too much, right? Please give a warm applause, drum roll, welcome to your favorite. Sorry, not your favorite. Everybody, I'm your favorite. So everybody's your favorite. So to your one and only serious minded, always with a tie, always, always jovial. Shegun Lawal.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Naomi. Good day, everyone. Naomi, do you mind I share my screen? All right. Good day, everyone. How you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. I think we crossed paths. I took you a session in Python. I can't remember if it's this cohort, but I think I did. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll be hosting the session. Um, good. So let's start quickly. What is machine learning? In the chat, can anybody put down what do you understand by machine learning? Quickly in the chat. Anybody? You've heard the word machine learning. What do you understand by the word machine learning? I mean, anybody in the chat? Machine learning, learning machine. Okay. Smart response. Learning patterns. Okay. Mimic of human by a computer. Okay, that's nice. Okay, good. Good. It shows that you guys have the basic idea. So, I want you to look at this picture. Let me get my pointer. Good. This human says, I can learn everything automatically from experiences. Can you learn? And the machine says, yes, I can also learn from past data with the help of machine learning. So machine learning is teaching computers to learn patterns from data. I think somebody put learn patterns. Yeah, so it's just learning patterns from data. That's the simplest way you can define machine learning, okay? So for those of you going to machine learning, so at this point, some of you be going to machine learning, some of you be going to data engineering. For those going to machine learning, throughout this the machine learning week is about 15 to 17 weeks, so you'll be learning programming skills. So these are the machine learning skills required, right? So you'll be learning programming skills, statistics and maths, data structures, machine learning algorithms, deep learning, natural language processing, which we call NLP, data manipulation and visualization. But the most important thing you're going to be learning is problem solving skills. So as we have said, right from data analysis, Python, and now the primary goal of a data professional is to solve problems with data. So whether you're a data analyst, data engineer, data scientist, the important skill you have is not all these other tools. These other things are good, but one of the important skills you have is problem solving, ability to solve problems using data, right? Good. So what you'll be able to build, very cool thing about machine learning is that you're going to be building stuffs, right? You're not just how will I put it now? I want to use a word they use in Nigeria, but I don't want to use it. So, but you're going to be building things. You're going to be solving problems by building solutions. So, what we are giving you, as I usually say, we're giving you the seeds of the career. So, we're going to plant these seeds in your heart and you're going to grow it. Now, whatever you grow, you can grow in any direction, in any field you want. So, you can be the whole self-driving cars, um, financial fraudulent analysis and all that. You're going to be building several things with the skills you've learned from here. Good. So how do you prepare for machine learning, right? So you have done data analysis and Python. You can definitely tell that Python was, I don't use the word difficult, was a level higher than the data analysis. Now we're going to another level higher. So how do you prepare for it? So first of all, you need to have a problem solving mindset, right? Have the ability, the mindset that you want to solve problems. So even when you're going through the course and it's difficult, you're not understanding, that's a problem. You have to find a way to solve that problem, okay? Then you have to data understanding, data attestation, um, community and collaboration. So there's one thing about the data field, and in fact, any other tech field or any other career. In fact, generally as human beings, you have to collaborate. I mean, you have to work with your community and collaborate. If you are here on this call, you have gone through data analysis, you have gone through Python, and you don't really know anybody in the program. You've just been doing things on your own. I think you need to have a rethink because going into machine learning, we're going to in something quite tougher. It's gonna help you a lot if you have a study body, you get involved in the community and collaborating with others, right? Then continuous learning. I usually say for anybody who decided to venture into tech or specifically data or any of the data field, you have signed up a lifetime subscription or lifetime agreement with continuous learning, right? You never get to the point where you say, oh, you stop learning. I remember back in the day when somebody said, oh, I'm going to study medicine, and we all laugh like, oh, you keep on learning for the rest of your life. We just felt like when we graduate from school, we are done with learning, we just go and start making money, right? And we find ourselves in the data profession when we're back to like those medical guys. We're going to keep on learning for the rest of our life, right? Then, of course, your programming skills. That's why you learned Python, curiosity, and experimentation. So you have to have a curiosity mindset, a mindset of wanting to know, because as a data professional, you are a researcher, you are a scientist, you need to have that inquisitive mindset. Okay, so these are the basics of the foundations what you need to prepare. Then importantly, you need to have the right mindset. Okay, you need to have the right mindset. By right mindset, I mean you may not understand everything now, but keep building on what you're building, right? Continue study and practice. With time, you're gonna get all you need to be a data professional. Good. So there are different level stages of data when you're doing in the machine learning. You have your data preparation, collection and preparation. You have your model evaluation. You have your deployment and monitoring. So first of all, the machine learning workflow, right? You define the problem clearly. When you understand the problem, you get your data, you collect your data, you clean your data and prepare your data. We've done that in data analysis. You select and train the most appropriate model. You'll do that when you get there. Then you evaluate the model performance and you deploy your solutions, right? So in the chat, I'll quickly ask a question. Of these steps, which of these ML process excites you the most? Are you interested in data collection and preparation? Are you interested in model training and evaluation? Or deployment and monitoring is the other that excites you? I'd like in the chat, anybody just type which of these three steps or which of these processes excites you the most. Model training. Okay, that's nice. Can I get two more responses before I move on? All right. Okay, I think model training is it. Okay. Whatever option you choose, machine learning is right for you. Okay. So at this point, I'll be handing it back to John. John, over to you.
Thank you. I really do appreciate that. Thank you, Mr. Shagan. Let me share my screen. Am I able to share my screen? Hmm. I think I'm trying to share my screen. Naomi, can you kindly
Yes,
share your screen?
got you,
Thank you,
got you.
thank you. That is awesome. Today I don't know why my computer is not computer E. But anyway, I'm happy to be here. So the next person is none other than the one and only. I know you from TikTok. Today they're going to have everything about data engineering from the one and only Coyote, and this is one of the best data scientists and technical mentors that we have in ALX Kenya, in ALX Africa. Someone has talked about something Kenya here, and I was reading about it. Yeah, and when I read about his fun fact, I was like, is this a fun fact or an amazing fact? Most of us, we are there, we want to play these games, and this guy makes the games. Yay, Coyote is back. So let me just give a brief bio about him. Coyote have a background in architecting complex relational models and turning fragmented data sets into actionable insights. His work has focused on the structural side of data, designing robust schemas and optimizing analytical workflows. Beyond his technical contribution, he has a deep-rooted commitment to technical mentorship where he focuses on deconstructing advanced concepts like datasets, designs, and querying to help others increase their analytical impact. Yo, everyone, drum rolls for the one and only Coyote. Coyote, Coyote.
Thank you very much, John. I know the bio profile was a mouthful. Yeah. So,
And kindly
my-
explain to us this fun fact about you making games. We love playing games. You make them.
yes. So I'm happy. You guys are the one that forced me for this fun fact. I the one asking me to explain. So please, anytime you see them on any platform, especially on LinkedIn, rush and buy. Thank you very much. Okay, okay. Now, to while we are here, I just want to give us a rundown or a gentle overview of the DE course. So, how many of you know that without DE or without what we do, there is no chat GPT, there are no LLMs? Where does the data scientist want to start training the data from? Or you, the machine learner, where do you want to start from? We are the pipe. There's a word that you always come across in the pipeline. We are the plumbers. We set up everything. Yes, there are that and cleaning, but we ensure that everything is set up from the start. Thank you very much, buddy. We are the gatekeepers. We are the first step before you even think of training a model, analyzing your data. We are the first step. So I'll do something. How do you ever wonder how Netflix knows exactly what movie you are watching or what you want to watch? Or like you saw even in ML, how a bank catches fraudulent transactions in milliseconds. I know some people say it's AI, the algorithm, but all those algorithms are useless without the data engineer. And they're going to spend most of your time cleaning and organizing data. We want in organizing data. Is it that the thing is so far, most of the work you've been doing, we will say take a data set, give you a file, give you a data set, give you a folder, give you this or that. But in data engineering, you're not going to be dealing with files and folders. It's going to be like a river of data. Now you can talk of big data. You see how I did my hand. So like I said earlier, think of yourself as a master plumber on a high-speed railway. Data like water. And in summary, what we do is we build pipelines. We move data from point A to point B. And we take in messy data. It could be JSON, it could be sensor pings, it could be music, it could be anything. You know, most of the time you've been dealing with relational databases, there are tables, there are columns, there are rows. But now your data could look funny or might not be what you are used to. So whether you're working with 10 users or 10 million people, you have to ensure that the system does not crash. Now, you might be asking yourself, is data engineering right for me? I'm already the greatest data analyst in the world. I'm already the greatest data scientist in the world. I already know Python. Why don't I just go on and change the universe? Cool. But if you answer these questions, if the answer to this question is yes, then yes, data engineering is for you. If you see a manual task and immediately you want to automate it, you have DE in your soul. If you love efficiency, if you see some processes and it's irritating, you just want to automate it, welcome to DE. If you like connecting different tools, Python, SQL, Cloud, PySpark, into one functioning machine, welcome to DE. Are we still together? So, things you need to succeed for this course. Shegun has mentioned most of them, but I'm glad a lot of you that are here you've passed through the fires of SQL and Python. They are your bread and butter from now to the day you decide to leave the DE field. If I'm often not, if you're in DE, Python will be, if that's going to be your career till you retire, you'll be working with Python and SQL. Unless, who knows, maybe something else comes along in the future. We know, especially us in tech, they say, hey, by the next 2 months, this is obsolete. Hey, the next 3 months.
but for decades now, we've been on SQL and Python. Although D is, I won't say it's kind of new, but it's not as old as some other fields. So for as long as we can conceive, your knowledge and SQL or your knowledge of SQL and Python would be key. You will spend a lot of time in the cloud, especially in production environment, be it AWS, Azure, or Google Cloud. But for this course, more often than not, you might find out that your setup is local. Why? One key reason is funds. If you have issues with your budgeting, you might say, okay, go and do this, go and do that, set your budget on a cloud platform. Some learners, you see how throughout this course, some people have struggled with connecting Jupyter Notebook to MySQL Workbench, or my notebook this, my notebook that. If you are going to go on the cloud, those kind of errors, you find out that the punishment is not that you failed the MCQ, that you are owing AWS a lot of money. Yes. So part of the guardrails we're using that more often than we find out that we might not be on the cloud, but you can go ahead to experiment. Most of your setups would be local. So we'll be dealing with things like data warehouses, data lakes, and part of the tools we'll be using tools like PySpark, Airflow, Docker. If you want to okay, what are all these? Docker is just, we use it to eliminate the excuse of it works on my machine. Yes, we've had that same. My notebook worked but when I uploaded it, no. So that's why you learn Docker, because in production environment, you can't tell your boss, sorry, it worked on my machine. And then Shagun mentioned orchestration. And one tool we'll learn for orchestration is Airflow. Think of it as the manager of your data pipelines. And then for speed, because we'll be dealing with a lot of data. In fact, some of you will be dealing with, might get to handle zettabytes of data. Yes, who knows in the future. We'll be dealing with a lot of data. These are just some of the tools we'll be working with. You'll be learning concepts like ETL, extract, transform, load, data modeling, and big data. And you find out why it's called big data. So, like I mentioned earlier, those things Shegun have said, curiosity, apart from the math part, you still need to know math, because as a programmer, you need math, to be honest. But we might not be heavy on that in DE. A lot of things you have said, a lot of similarities, and I hope to see you in the DE course so that the data scientists, the machine learners, the data analysts can finally see data that they can work with. So yeah, I'm expecting you guys, waiting for you guys to continue doing hard things. Cheers, and I'll see you there. So Naomi, back to you.
Thank you for that, Kayode. It's the way you broke it down for me. You guys are you guys are like the custodians at this point. Without you guys, without data engineering, we can't work data analysts, data engineer, data scientists. So you guys that are into that enrolled to data engineering, you've heard it, and I hope you are preparing yourself for what's to come. So now, sorry, now we're moving on to our next segment. So it's very interactive. It's now your time. Talk to us. I know Julius has already shared a bit, but now I'm giving everyone the floor, right? To just share how has it really been, right? It's an anonymous poll, right? So if you do not feel like you want to speak out about it, you can just easily fill that poll. First off, I want everyone to click the link that John just shared. This is our community town hall. This is your chance to speak freely, speak honestly, just share with us how has your experience been, how has it been like in the Python track, and just let us know those things that when you were learning you were like, ALX could have done this thing better, but you didn't have the chance to voice it out. Now is your chance to voice it out here. We are all ears and we are listening. So once you are on the link, let me know. I'm checking now and I can see that I have, I think, about 6 people, 7 people already on my link. So once you get the link, once you click the link, just give me a thumbs up. Give me a quick thumbs up. Let me know that you are there. Let me know that you are following. I can't see my thumbs up. I see 9 people. We are more than 9 on this call. 10 people. Let's see. Let us see. We are more than 10 on this call. You guys, join in. Click the link. Give me a thumbs up when you are there so that we can begin. Or maybe you've already started crafting your answers. So the first thing we want to know is how has your, like I said, how has the program been? Be as honest as you can, be as free as you can. Once you are done filling the poll, please feel free to raise your hand and just talk to me, talk to us, talk to the team. How has the experience been? We've heard from Julie. I don't know if you guys were hearing me. It's like the aliens are trying to drag me away from here, but I'm staying. Can you hear me clearer now? Fabrice, can you can you hear me, Fabrice? The aliens were trying to carry me away, but now I'm here. So I was saying this is your chance to share. What has your program experience been like? You are free to raise up your hand and just talk to us directly once you're done filling the poll. Just let us hear from you. We've heard from Julius already. I'd like for someone else to share. Just be bold. Be just let me hear your voice. And I don't want Julius to share again. Okay. Oh, okay. So I'll call on. Now my voice is okay. Okay, Fabrice, since you've heard my voice, it's time for me to hear your voice. Just quickly brief us. Just give share how your journey has been in this Python track, in even as far back as your data analytics track. How has it been for you? How have you been? Don't worry, I'm shy too. Forget the fact that I'm smiling and laughing on this call. Fabrice, please go ahead. Hi, Fabrice.
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, we can.
Okay. I'm not used to talking to so many people like this, but anyway, what I can say, the Python track was good, challenging in a lot of ways because a lot of us we had to catch up and studying it and managing it with our daily lives and like academics and professionally and other things. It was so challenging, but due to the help of peers in the community, some of us we got along with it, and yeah, it was good, and we managed to finish it. So looking forward to the next steps, and yeah, keep growing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Fabrice. You didn't even sound like you were shy. Honestly, you killed it. Thank you for sharing. So, guys, I'm sure you've had a chance to fill out your responses. Once you are done, just give me a thumbs up. I can see some people have already given me their thumbs up. So due to time, we'll move on to the next one. And I'll call on John to take it from here so that I can fix my background and my internet issues. And maybe we'll see again in machine learning and data engineering. Over to you, John.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We really do appreciate you. And Naomi, you're going where, and you're supposed to be the one sharing the screen. I hope you're not going out of this meeting.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I'm just going to be a ninja.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you about that. So, the next one we want you to share about your sessions and content quality. So, can we kindly let you engage with us? And funny thing is, today I came to work at the hub, hoping to see some of you guys, and I can look around. I can't see any of the seated learners here. I was thinking maybe it can be a good thing, when you're hosting this, I bring one of you here and we talk and ah, that hasn't happened, but anyway, we move regardless. You guys decided to hike. So, yes, yes. We kindly go on. We have people. Yes, yes. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, even as we talk about the sessions and content quality, there was someone who, by the name Isaac, I think it was Isaac, who was saying that the content was like compressed so much for 1 week. So Isaac, this is where we now want to hear from you. Where are you? Kindly comment so that I can get your name again. And probably you can be able to share with us something about the sessions and the content. Or even before we look for Isaac. Anybody else who can raise up their hand and say something about sessions? Haven't you been happy to be having the PPL sessions and the Python track in the AHAB? Somebody. Before we go to the next part, because I can see like all of you have, okay, we have Samuel. Kindly talk, unmute and talk.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly. How are you?
Okay, thank you. My name is Samuel, and for me, I would say the Python modules were very good. Actually took the data analytics course with ALX like 4 years ago. So that was when I was first introduced to Python. And for the past 3 years, I've been working as a data analyst. So I've been using Python mainly for data cleaning. So when the session started, it was around the time when I had a lot going on with work, so I wasn't really finding the time to sit down and learn. So what I was doing was that since I already know Python, then when the a project is due, then I will just complete the project. So it wasn't until around model 8, around something about algorithms and algorithmic complexity. So I think I was completing the milestone after that project. And then I realized that now there are a lot of things in this, like there are a lot of questions here that I don't have answers to, even though I've been using Python for quite some time, which then told me that even though I'm working and I'm already using Python and I don't have enough time, I can still make time to be learning the actual content bit by bit, because it seems there's a lot I don't know, like particularly the algorithms and yeah, that algorithm model. So because of that, even though I had completed the previous milestones, I went back to the very first model and then I started going through them one by one. Sometimes even if I can make up to 30 minutes a day, I commit those 30 minutes and then I go through. And it was a very good refresher for me in the beginning. Most of what was taught in the beginning, the data structures and stuff, I already knew because I've been working with Python. But getting to recursive functions, Lambda, and algorithmic complexity, those were very, very, very insightful models for me. Even though I'd been like working with Python, I wasn't really familiar with those ones. And I would say that since then, I can see the impact of those models in my work, because now I'm able to write more efficient code. I'm able to explain code. I'm able to write code that even non-technical people are able to understand easily, because I follow the PEP 8 rules and all of that. So I like to say that the Python session for me was a very, 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 very insightful session, very helpful.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. And I think to most of us, that should work as an encouragement because I remember, I think it was last week or last week, but when we had a session with Shagon, and he was telling us even Cristiano Ronaldo, being one of the best footballers in the world, he still goes into the pitch to practice with other footballers. So even if you understand these things, even if you are like, you know, some of these concepts, you still need to go back there and learn again. You still need to go back there and practice again. So let's go to the next question. Naomi, let's go to the next question. I hope you can hear me. Sessions and contacts. Next questions. I think we have three more remaining. Yeah. Now let's talk about assignments and workload. How was this? Kindly, at least I can see most of you are already on the document, so give us your answers. Good thing is these are very much anonymous, so you don't have to worry that I'm going to think you said this or someone else said this. It's not taking your emails, it's not taking your numbers, so it's very much anonymous. Kindly, let's share with us about what do you think about the assignments and the workload that was there throughout your Python track. Yeah, and even as we are doing this, I want also someone else to raise up their hand and give us what they thought about it, either a very positive experience or a negative experience. We want all those experiences today. As someone, it was Uber who commented on the chat saying, today we are going to trauma bound. So let's do this. Let's do this. I need to see those hands. I need to see someone else. I need to see someone give us your take on assignments and workload. Even as we near the end of this session, your assignments and workload. Do we have anybody going once, twice? Thank you, thank you. I think you all are shy to talk about that. So let's go to the next part. Let's go to the next part. Oh, let's not go to the next part. We have Shiki. How are you? You can unmute now.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
It's actually pronounced cheeky, but you're close enough.
Shiki.
Yes.
Okay, I got that right. At least.
Okay. So I found the content workload to be okay. If you go back to the daily 3 that we did with professional foundations, number 1, and number 2, there's a saying my mom likes to say, which is that how do you eat an elephant one bite at a time? So the time management or what's it called? When you manage yourself well, the content is fine. If you slip up there, then it becomes overwhelming because it wasn't the content itself that was overwhelming, but it was the time you needed to think and process the information that you just learned. I don't know if I'm still audible. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can hear you clearly. Can hear you clearly.
Okay. So
Yeah,
like so I would say the hardest challenge with the Python course was just managing yourself.
that is
And that's
awesome.
easier said than done.
And I hope you cleared all the assessments.
No, I cleared all the assessments.
Awesome.
Thankfully, I'm a gig worker, so during Python, this was my primary focus.
Okay. That is awesome, and we are happy to hear that. Yes, that is very great. And for all of you who maybe have not yet had a chance to get into the Mentimeter, there is the link again. Naomi has shared it on the chat. Kindly, let's engage with the link and give our feedback. Now we go to the next. We are from assignments and workload. At least we have seen the time was of paramount. Yeah. Next engagement and support. Now here, this is what I wanted to hear. This is what I wanted to hear from you guys. Engagement and support. So even as we wait for someone to raise their hand, kindly click on the link, give your feedback, click on the link, give your feedback, let us know what you thought about the engagement and support either from the ALX team or also from the peers. We really want to know what you think about the engagement and support. And yeah. Can you share with us? Share with us. Let's continue. Yeah, I can see there is a lot of people on the Mentimeter. That is awesome. That is awesome. And as we are doing this, we need someone to raise their hand and talk. Give us your, you know, give us your opinion on this. Give us your experience on this. Let us know what you thought about this or what you went through when it comes to engagement and support. Do we have anybody going once? Going twice. Okay, we go to the next. At least I can see most people are writing on the Mentimeter, so at least we have most of these things being taken. Vincent Oduor, at least I can be able to pronounce this one. Yes, kindly unmute and say something.
Well, as for me, first of all, I want to thank the technical mentors, engagement and support. Actually, it is through them that I learned that I was learning in the wrong way. Like in one session, when Sedun Lawal advised before we start any project, should have a plan. Before that, of the kind of guy will just rush into the project, just start running the code cells, even without plan. So through the engagement in those was really helpful to me. Yeah, that's what I say. They were really helpful. Yeah.
That is awesome, and we really do appreciate your feedback. And thank you to our technical mentors. They've always been putting a lot of extra work to make sure all of you are okay and everything is good on your side. So let's go to the next part. I think almost either second last or the last one, even as we get to end this. Yes. So do you have any recommendation on how the program team can better support future learners or could have supported you? Do you have any recommendation? And remember this, we're doing this because we want to make this better for the people who are going to come after you. The other people who are in DA who are going to get into Python, we want them to at least have a better and smooth learning. So each and everything that you're telling us, or your opinion, or your sentiments, they're going to help us in making this good for the other people. So even as you type in the Mentimeter, someone can just raise their hand or even comment on the chat and tell us, do you have any recommendations on how the program team can better support future learners or could have supported you? Anything that you think that could have done and probably you could have been supported in a far much better way. Let's go. At least I can see most of you are still typing and giving us a response. That is awesome. Do we have anybody who can raise their hand and tell us somewhere we need to change, somewhere we need to upgrade, something that we need to do to just make sure the ones who are going to come back here are the ones who are going to join us in Python probably in the, I think next week or next week, but once some other learners are going to start Python and like to make sure their experience is good and it is going to be shaped by you people. So anybody, do you have any recommendations? Any recommendations? I've not had people from, have I had people from Zambia? I've not had people from Zambia. At least I know I've had South Africa, I've had, but we don't have Zambia here. We have, I saw them on the chat. Have I had anybody from Ghana? Yeah, I think I've had someone from Ghana. I saw someone type there from Sudan, but I've not seen people from Sudan talk. Yeah, so do we have anybody going once, going twice? And we are done. So thank you so much for engaging with us and also for giving us your honest opinion about this. And I would like now we go to the next slide so that we can even as we get to the end of this session. Can I be able to see if I can do? Yeah, I think I can share right now. It's yeah, I'm trying, guys. My laptop is misbehaving, and I don't want it to misbehave. So even before we go to this part, do we have anybody with any questions, even as we go to the next part? Because if we want you to get out of clarity, we need you people to be okay, and we need you to get out of this part with clarity on everything concerning ML. So before we go to the next slide, even as we near finishing, I want you to either ask some of those questions that you may be having concerning the DE or concerning the ML, and we have and we we have what do you call we have the technical mentors here, and also we have the whole DP team ready to assist you guys. So kindly don't let this chance go by, don't let this chance pass you by, because we want you guys to get out of this place with clarity. Anybody, guys, I'm giving you this chance to make sure you ask the questions. We have the whole technical mentors here. We have Shagan, we have we have Coyote. You know, guys, we need to hear you. We need to hear you. We have Buhari here. We have Alfred here. We have the whole DP team here. We have the likes of Naomi. We have Halima. We have Michael. Everyone is here. You know, Alfred. Everyone is here. So you guys, you want me to finish up without you asking more questions. So I can see someone is asking on the Q&A, when are we going when do we expect to get our Python certificates? I think
Hi,
I would.
John. Yeah, I'll take
Hi.
that. So you guys
Okay.
from next week, right? Please expect to get your certificate, your Python certificate. Yeah. Now, to get your Python certificate, you have to ensure that you meet the graduation requirements. So please take those who are struggling with you. Don't graduate alone. Let's ensure that everyone crosses the finish line together and gets that certificate. Back to you, John.
Repeat. You are on mute.
Oh, you didn't hear what I... Oh, did everyone hear me before? Oops.
No, now we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I said that you should expect your certificate in the coming days as you transition into your next track. And to get that certificate, you first need to complete all your assessments. And now I don't want you to go alone and get that certificate alone. I want you to move with your peers. So take someone that's struggling and ensure you cross the finish line together. Back to you, John.
Thank you, thank you. Even as that is said, can you make sure someone knows that they got into ML because of you. So reach out to at least one or two learners, one or two peers. Let them know that you are there to help them. And anybody who has not finished, they have not submitted the assessment, or they have not passed at least 7, be there, get them, show them the way, and at least we make sure we all graduate. Someone is saying, when are we starting ML? Are we going to be given at least some time to practice what we learned? Can I give this, because you've said ML, I think I can give this to Shogun, and he can talk about when are we going to start either ML and DE.
The question for me?
The question is for you from Julius. When are we starting ML?
Okay, so our ML orientation week starts it's next week, Monday, and learning will start upper week, that's the 27th of April. Yeah, if I get the timeline correct. So next week is orientation, upper week, we're going to start our ML learning, and same thing for DE. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's good to say are we going to be given at least some time to practice what we have learned in Python? Yeah, we will have that one for orientation. Anyway, we are going to hop into to get into the ML and DE next week for the orientation and start learning on 27th. How many weeks for ML? ML is supposed to go for how many weeks, Shagan? I think, is it supposed to be 16?
15 learning weeks, 17 weeks in total. 1 week for 15 learning weeks, 1 week for orientation, 1 week for grace week. So 17 weeks in total.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That is great. I can see some other question on the Q&A. Are we going to select between ML and DE? If you choose either, will you still get to graduate as a data scientist? Kayode, I think this is yours.
If you want to, you can do both of them at once, but you know, the standard advice, realistically speaking, kindly just pick one at a time.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So someone else is saying, okay, wanted to ask, if I opt out for now due to some particular reason, can I come back later and continue to study with ML or DE, or I have to restart everything? Kayode, we go back to you. We come back to you again.
All right. So the good news is in due course, so depending on when you want to start, but in due course, we start having self-paced courses where you can go and come back. Although you're going and coming back, it's not forever. You won't say you stop the course now and come back in the next 20 years to continue from where you started from. So yeah, I think that's what I have for that for now. But definitely you won't be restarting everything if you are doing the self-paced version.
Awesome, awesome. That is great. Do we have any other questions? Because we don't want us to end this session and we have most of you with like a lot of blockers and other questions that you may to ask. I think we have 10 more minutes. I will give like at least two to make sure we all have our answers to the questions. Anybody, any more questions? Any more questions? Someone is asking if I want assistance with a technical mentor, how do I connect with them? We've been talking about this, but I want Shagun to kindly talk about this. If I want assistance with technical mentor, how do I connect with them?
All right. You can reach us on answer base. Just send a message on answer base, somebody respond to you. Or if you want to take it a step further, you can search for any of the technical mentors on eHub, send them a direct DM, and yeah, you get any technical support you need. Yep, that's it.
Hey, Kayode. Someone is saying, if I come up with a project, can ALX aid in connecting with the users? Let us say the government bodies. Wow. I think, Coyote, because most of us are wondering.
Kindly sign up. Awesome. Yes, we can. But you will sign up for our ventures program. So just like we have our data programs, we have programs too for budding entrepreneurs where you'd display or you prove yourself and your concept or idea before investors, but that would be a venture program. So yeah, you can sign up for that on our webpage. Well, please finish the data program first before jumping over there.
Okay, that is great. So Solomon, kindly get into eHub and sign up for ventures. Thank you for that, Coyote. Do we have anybody else with any other question? We need everyone to get out of this place with a lot of clarity. Anybody else with any question? Any more questions? Any more questions going once? Yeah, I have finished Python. Okay, this is yeah, I have finished Python, so I meant to come back later after. Oh yeah. That is okay. Or maybe to come back later after like 2 months and then continue. Yeah, you can continue from there because of the self-paced courses that we will be having. Okay, I was looking at the question Q&A section. I think all is well. Everything is addressed. So if we don't have anything else, let's go to what's next. So now after this, submit all your pending assessments, lean on to data program for session recordings, assessments, guides, and additional resources. Collaborate with your peers and volunteer mentors whenever you feel stuck, and community is here to help always. So the last one is Python track ends Friday 17th, April 2026. Machine learning orientation week begins on Monday 20th April 2026. So at least for now we have when is today? Today is 15. So we have like 2 more days to make sure that you get done with everything. You know, you get done with like all the assessments until that Friday. So kindly, anything that you have not submitted, kindly do so before Friday 17th. So the other thing is we have the poll that has been launched. Kindly let you give us your sentiments and engage with the poll. Let us know everything that worked for you, what didn't work, and what we can improve on. The other part is our support channels. One of them, community spaces. These are day-to-day communication with peers and program teams for quick program updates. So that is the eHub community. Whenever you're there, you can be able to communicate with your peers and also the program team. The other one is Fresh Desk, and this is go-to space for all program support. So if at all something is not working at the ALX, anything that on your side is not working, you're supposed to come here and book a ticket with them, and you're going to be helped in the best way possible. And now the third one is the answer base. This is a channel specially dedicated for you to ask and get answers to the complex content questions. And notice we are going to use a lot of these when we get into ML because that is where we will have a lot of technical content, and for that one the technical mentors will always be there to make sure they unblock in any way that you feel stuck. So, and with that, we want to thank you. It's been real, it's been amazing. Python has been okay, and you guys have always been great from the day one. So thank you, and see you on Tambali on Friday as we celebrate another milestone. Even as we go, let's jump to this one. Thank you guys, and see you on Friday. Python, we're just going to transition from Python to machine learning. Sorry for that. I think I was referring to some other track. So yeah, really sorry for the confusion. Otherwise, thank you so much, and see you on Monday for the orientation session, either for DE or for